Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I am glad you're here. Today, I want to talk a little bit about empathy, our ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy is what allows us to step outside ourselves and really see the world through someone else's eyes or through their experience. But there's another part of empathy, which is its relationship to hope. I was reading about empathy the other day, and it pointed out that when we're practicing empathy, we're not just connecting with somebody else's pain or joy. We're really kind of creating the possibility that things can change or be different. The connection that we form when we express empathy or practice empathy creates genuine hope, not wishful thinking, but a real grounded belief that things can improve just through the connection and our shared humanity. Empathy cultivates hope by just acknowledging another person's reality without judgment. And it creates a place for a real authentic expression where it's safe to express how you're really feeling and to allow yourself to feel those feelings. And it also helps us recognize our fundamental connectedness, I guess, right? That we have a lot more in common, and our lived experiences, when we can practice empathy, help us see that. Hope also, it's a little bit of um, I feel like it's like a little bit of a circle, right? For people who are receiving empathy from others, obviously they feel truly seen and understood, and that is often really just the first step that they need, and to give them some hope that whatever difficulty they're going through at the time isn't permanent, and that other people can care about what they're going through and acknowledge where they're at and provide still some hope that things are not always going to be that way. This isn't a permanent situation. If you're the person who's practicing empathy, when we can reach beyond our own sort of perspective, when we can put ourselves again in the lens or the shoes of other people, we can understand better what's happening. And it also, I think, helps us overcome our own barriers to being really honest and open about how we're feeling. The book that was commenting on communities, and it mentioned that collective empathy creates environments where vulnerability and being really honest about how you're feeling can become a strength and really can help a group of people share a challenge and inspire a collaborative solution instead of dividing people or having people sort of be against one another, right? They're coming together in an empathetic way. Bottom line is that hope really strengthens our capacity for empathy. When we believe positive change is possible and we're willing to engage with the difficult realities of our own emotions or other people's emotions, then hope is part of the outcome. If we don't have hope, empathy really risks being overwhelming, and it puts us in a place where, we're just dealing with the suffering, but without a path forward. Hope really gives us the resilience that we can remain empathetic and caring and work towards healing at the same time. I talked yesterday about paradox and holding two what seems like contradictory things that can be true at the same time. And I think empathy is kind of one of those things, right? We can be really empathetic about a horrible situation and truly touched and concerned about what's happening to someone. And at the same time, we can also believe that there are actions and things that can be done to make that situation better. In times of crisis, the people who can maintain both empathy and hope really become the leaders and the kinds of people that we look to help us keep hope alive. It strengthens our capacity for caring about one another, and it creates kind of an ever expanding way to see like what's really possible, right? This isn't the end, right? Empathy, oftentimes we're expressing it in really challenging situations where there can be lots of pain and disappointment and sorrow. And that's okay, because on the other side of that is hope that today can be better than tomorrow, and tomorrow can be better than today.